no! Baby doesn't have water! How can she be a Hydra homie? Oh no! Baby! Oh my god, that was tragic. CD! All is right with the world. Molly has water now. My little Hydra homie, she went to take a drink and there was nothing there. It was so sad. It was so sad. I had to fix it. It's very important. She is small and thirsty. It's very warm out. And she just ate her lunch. Ah! Oh god! Just throwing my pills around like a crazy person. This is fine. But what's up? I am slightly late today. I think we were slightly late actually going out to eat as well. So. And then when we got back, it's really nice out, so we were kind of just letting the puppies play, although they were pretty lazy, so there wasn't much playing. It was more like they'd play a little bit, and then they were mostly just lounging around and trying to eat grass like little dummies. By that I mean mostly Molly trying to eat grass. It's like I don't feed her. Oh my god. Classic Molly, I know. You're so cute though. Yeah, did you have a good time with Lil? I better not talk to you too much in the voice. Talk to her too much, she'll start harassing me, and it's like, no baby, please, I just got here. Please. I'm like half an hour late to my own stream. Also, hi, Edgeworth is displeased with you. Already. As usual. But yeah, we just chillin'. It is, real Ace Attorney hours. I don't- okay, cool, so we do have stuff to talk to Edgeworth about. I was like, I don't quite remember where we left off. Completely, but I'm assuming once we just, start talking to him, that my brain will, you know, flip over into Ace Attorney mode. That's what I tell myself. Honestly, that's what I tell myself every time I stream a game that I haven't been playing. Like, I can't wait till I finally actually jump back into Yakuza. I'm gonna be like, what in the- who are you people? What? What button does who now? Like, I'm gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be great. I really hope that I can maybe play that this week, but who knows. All I know is that the rush of french fries is over because they wanted to put in 10 loads, and we got all the 10 trucks. So this week should just be back to whatever crab is coming. So I'm just, you know, I'm hoping this week will be chill. I got to sleep in today, it was great. Just, you know, I wish it was- I told my dad, I was like, yeah, I just wish it was Saturday instead of Sunday. I need another day of rest. But, yeah. I'm just gonna jump right into it, I guess. Let's, see what Edgy is up to, shall we? So the body was found in your car. Oh yeah! Right! That's a thing! Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? Edgeworth, no! No one thinks that. After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. Edgy, what is that smile? Actually, no. What is that face? What does that mean? What are you doing with your face? What is that? Hello? No, we don't think you did it. Oh yeah, Emma. That's a mood. Getting 2 days off in a row really is necessary. Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, it's like, I mean, we didn't do much yesterday, considering the truck was there first thing, and it took us like an hour, and then I technically had the rest of the day off. But like, after all that stuff at once, and to be fair, I just, waking up early is a sin, probably. I'm sure it's in the Bible somewhere. That's probably a thing. Thou shalt not wake up early. Yeah. God probably said that. I'd believe it. Hey, Mips. So it's like, damn, dude! I feel so bad because I didn't, but hey, how was it? I'm glad you're loving it. I mean, clearly. We love this. Molly is licking my ankle. Thank you for that, baby. I appreciate the kisses, I guess. God. Yeah. Moral of the story here, it's like, even though I had the rest of the day off, it's like, is it really a day off if I can't actually sleep in? Because I don't think so. I do not wake up early. I don't like waking up in general. I don't like being awake. No. It's a mood. But then again, I also don't like going to sleep a lot of the time. Life is a journey, some might say. But, yeah. Baby, those are my toes. Leave them alone. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait. No, she didn't do that. I mean, wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again. And that didn't sound forced at all. It was okay, like, not spectacular, but to be honest, getting the marriage part done is sort of more important to me than getting tourists to come visit. Yo, that's a big-ass mood. That's the biggest mood. The relationship events for all characters are pretty cool. Hey, nice! We love this. I mean, I'm just glad that it seems like the game did well, so hopefully we'll, see more. I feel bad that I kind of fell off the wagon, but, sometimes it happens. And by sometimes, I mean most times it happens. But hey, at least there's Rune Factory 5 as well. I'm very excited for that one. I swear, one of these days, I don't know when, but like someday, maybe in like 2024, I'll be like more caught up on a, I won't have suddenly a bunch of games just everywhere that take over my life. Maybe I'll have my act together. Probably not, but like maybe. Maybe. I can dream, right? Most people have aspirations to get their life together and to figure out what job and what career path. Maybe I just need to like finally be able to finish video games again. That could be a thing. God. I'll admit it. It was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, good. I mean... once we finish this case, I'll be able to say that I've finished Ace Attorney. That's something. We take those. Not to mention it's been a fantastic game. I remember when I finished Shadowbringers, I was like tempted to put that on my list. And honestly, I probably should have, but then I was like, I think what it was is people are like, nah, you can't say you finished Shadowbringers till you finish like post Shadowbringers, and then I just like forgot to, you know, do things. Monka S. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors? You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Oh god. This music, though. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Wait! Hello? It's in the Bible, what? Wait, what? It is a waste of time to get up early and stay up late, trying to make a living. The Lord provides for those he loves, even while they are sleeping. Why isn't this the thing that people pay attention to in the Bible? Come on! He was talking about the important shit. Moss balls, hello. That's really funny, Mips. Oh my lord. Oh man. Maybe next time Mom's like, you have to get up early to go to work. I'll just be like, Psalm 127 too, and see what she says to me. I know what she says. She'd be like, go or you're fired. I'm like, but Mom. Christ. Oh lord, that's really funny. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. And what a trial it was. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. I remembered Bible verses like that. My cousin had a poster with that on it. I need that poster. I need that poster, and I need to just, like, put it on my door when my parents come home in the winter. And see if... It'd be so funny. It's like, yeah, don't wake me. God said I need to sleep. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. Again, Edgeworth, what is that? What is this face? What does that mean? He's such a nerd. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? That's a really good question, Edgeworth. I hope we find out an answer to it. I once looked up all verses where Jesus and God talked about welcoming people into your land to use against anti-refugee crowd. That is good. Honestly, there's nothing better than that, really. Mossballs, thank you for the follow. It's like, there's honestly something truly magical about, you know, using the Bible in a way that is like, like when people are all high and mighty about things, and are all like, yeah, I'm religious, and then you're like, well, here, this is what it says in the Bible. And then they're like, no, not that part. It's like, it's very satisfying. For an atheist, I know the Bible well. I once read through it and only skipped parts like the genealogy. Damn! It's honestly impressive. I mean, I would have read it when I was younger, but I don't even... It's been a bit. My parents haven't, like, bugged me. I don't think they bugged me about going to church since the pandemic. And they started going again, because obviously it's, you know, it's safe to do so here. But, no one has brought it up, and I just also have not brought it up, so, you know, we just chill with it. We're just gonna chill with that? Because, again, I don't like waking up in the morning. And that's pretty much always been, like, the biggest thing, is like, I don't want to wake up and leave the house. No. Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Okay, but did he have it coming? Wait, your knife? What? Edgeworth, why do you have a knife? And why does your knife match both your couch and your coat and your curtains? And your flower pot? Edgeworth. That is very specific. To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Do you think his toolbox is also that color? I'm calling it now. Okay. Interesting. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Phoenix. Oh. Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Edgeworth is one of those people that has a favorite color and just buys everything in that color. I mean, I respect it, but it's still very funny. So, did we do anything with this? That I don't recall. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth! Wow, Emma! But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Okay, well, how about your weapon? It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. It's your knife! Especially with you. Alright, he doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? Some would say otherwise. Nah, with Edgeworth, it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Well, interesting. Let me see. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Prosecutors. What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. Of course it is! King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. I mean, if you did, it'd be maroon. King of Prosecutors. Kinda like Employee of the Month, only better. There's someone in my neighborhood who has a car that's the same exact color as their house, and I have to wonder if the inside of their house is the same. It's actually just a slightly darker shade of the Edgeworth color. Okay, CD, I don't want to alarm you, but, does IRL Edgeworth live in your neighborhood? I'm just, you know. These are the things that I question. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. Alright, she's getting way too excited about this. Ma'am? This is a McDonald's? Excuse me? Excuse you? So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors! Please, stop saying that. It still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? I wondered that too! Is that on purpose, or did Edgeworth drop it, or is that gonna be, like, part of the murder weapon somehow? Stay tuned. My, what an amazing bouquet. I was not looking at the flowers, I was looking at the steel samurai. Excuse you, Emma. I own the prize here. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. That's ominous. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. There you go. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Andy? Oh. Wait. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? Oh my god, why? I don't think so. That's really funny. Miss Oldbag, why? Ah, cute, what a pretty tea set. I go for more the instant tea bags myself. Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? That was strange, Phoenix. Why did you? Maybe I'll take that name plaque. Wait, what? How, what? Don't. He'll sue you. Who does that? I mean, Maya would, but what? Why are they? Man, they would be best friends, these two, I swear. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out the poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing, I'm sure. Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Why are we imagining Gumshoe? Whoa, what a view! Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. Because that's what I wanted to know. Is it, Phoenix? Is it, though? Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pours his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and he goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool? Also, that does not look like a comfy sofa. I disagree. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't think that would be comfortable at all. Well, I guess that's everything, so... we will see you soon. I love how Edgeworth is portrayed as this badass, but also afraid of things like earthquakes and heights. Yep! Well... where to? Here, see this? Ah, I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. What is this, a behavioral study of lawyers? Oh yeah. Oh right, that's a thing. Ah yes, that's helpful. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodwin. ID Yabba-Dab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba-Dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Doesn't take much to amuse her. Yabba-Dab indeed. So wait, I forgot that this was a thing. Does that mean we can check all the... We can look at all these things. Yabba-Dabba-Doo. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it out in the wild. I doubt it? Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. God. That's great. Honestly, I would love to see a behavioral study of lawyers. Honestly, fair. Oh, hey, look. Feast. What is this? Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. It would be Von Karma. No one is surprised. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. No, you don't. When she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. No, it doesn't. Okay. So I guess that's, everything. Edgeworth seems like the kind of person who would sleep on his desk, but wouldn't be caught dead sleeping in things like a tent or a sleeping bag. Absolutely. I feel like Edgeworth wouldn't know how to put up a tent, but he also wouldn't want to ask for help. So it would just be, like, very awkward. Wait, how do I... Isn't there, like, a slide? Did we do everything in this area? I guess there isn't. Look, a door! This must mean something. Not sure that door means anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? I would love to, except I am bad. I just imagine there being like a... I mean, I know I haven't played since last week, but I thought there was a slide in this area. I don't really have many options on where to go. Edgeworth and Phoenix camping would just be both of them trying to do it and one up the other, but both failing miserably. You know? I could see that. That would definitely be entertaining. Ma'am, have you seen this knife? Could you take a look at this? You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite! The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. This lady is very threatening. Is it the rice or the little octopus? Or is that a squid? I don't know. It reminds me of the it does. Oh god, now I can't remember if they are octopus or squid, but the little collectible guys in Shantae, they were the same color. About this card, Lunchland vendors only, except cash. No cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. Okay, but do you know where this person is, Angel? No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? Because I literally have you and Edgeworth to talk to right now, and I don't know where I'm going, lady, that's why. It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. And I always feel like I'm being mocked. Probably because we are. My god. Because wasn't there someone in this area who was like, we can't go a certain way? I don't know anymore. Wait. Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe. Yeah! Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Damn! I mean, he isn't wrong. But I can't go up there! Game you giveth and you taketh away. For a second, I thought I almost had it. I thought perhaps I was figuring out my life choices. Don't mind me, I'm just pressing buttons. Okay, now. I have the worst weather, super hot but rainy, the air is disgusting. Oh no. Oh no. Our weather was not great yesterday. It was like... Honestly, it probably would have ended up... It was basically that, except not super hot. But the humidity was very unfortunate. And it, I don't know, the sky was just like dark all day. It was kind of messing with my head. And eventually it just ended up raining a lot last night. And I think at the cottages it was like thundering and lightning, but it wasn't here, so... It was starting to, when I was leaving the party last night. Oh god, 35 degrees? Oh no! Oh no! We hate this! I am so sorry. Also, do you guys have any idea of what I am potentially missing here? Out of curiosity. Hey look, we could look at his badge now! So this is what the back of the badge looks like. Ah, here! I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Germany needs to get in on air conditioning. It is too good. Trust me, you know? Just consider it. Very, very, very excellent. Especially if you get that kind of heat, my lord. I'd be super dead. I may have to go to Google. Please hold. My options are not great. And I don't know where I am. It's... let me see. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. It was the most simplest thing, I think. Edgeworth. Look at your trophy. So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost the day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. There we go. Germany's like AC is for stores and high-class offices. Everyone else suffers. Love yourself. Learn the ways of the AC. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? I'm working with the police department. We sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. The ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 4:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Got a parking stub! Edgeworth has the same attitude as me. When someone compliments our achievements, we are like, thanks. No, please stop perceiving me! Big mood. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Who is this guy? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of it. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Damn! K.O. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir! He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Well, there we go. Alright, chat, we're back. We're back on the move. Oop, one too many. Phew, we're finally here. Why did they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hmm? Hold on, what's this? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Also, what is this change in, like, graphical style? Part of me's waiting for Monokuma or for this thing to just explode somehow. Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Thank you, he's traumatizing. Wow, Mr. Wright. You sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? Gumshoe, why were you dancing? And why wasn't that animated? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? And why didn't we get to see it? What? Well... Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I love him. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office, and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did they do this? What did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Poor Gumshoe. Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Oh yeah, that guy! Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal! Detective Gumshoe? What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal. This is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that! You have to turn it into the police! It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember! Isn't he the guy that died? Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! I was right. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot, and Lana's confessing as much. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it, someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Or Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony? Did we- What? Wait. What is the context here? Did we just steal the man's award? How are we- What's happening here? Did we just, like, be like, bye Edgeworth, I'm taking this award with me. Don't worry about it. I might give it back later, but probably not. like what? Of course, pal, I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Edgeworth was glad to get rid of it. I mean, I'm not surprised, but still. It's like, did Phoenix just put it in his pocket? I imagine it's, you know, somewhat big. Oop, wrong button. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Okay, it's the same thing, I see. I'm sorry for bringing this up again. My bad. There, Emma. I'm sure it wasn't your sister, probably. Probably. He's in a tough spot. Again. Again? Phoenix, don't act like we weren't just there! Come on now. Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. He sure was! Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses, nothing outright, but were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. For the record, he did some shady shit. I mean, considering that his mentor was Von Karma, not surprising. Although I do feel like this is gonna be a trend. My brain is instantly like, is Edgeworth ever gonna be okay? Like, is he ever gonna not be involved in something concerning? So far, I'm thinking no. Something's always gonna be wrong, but we'll see. I mean, to be fair, you know the answer to this, and I don't, so who knows? I was wondering about that. What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. There he goes again. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? He's got some duct tape and everything. The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. Interesting. Okay. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is, what was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? He certainly thinks he is. No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. Yeah! I'm sure he is! For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. What is crossed out there, buddy? I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. I mean, that might actually work. I'm sad. I wanted to rotate the man. Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. RIP. Alright. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. Then I said, "Hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy." That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea, why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We'd just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras, or did they not have those at your zoo? Why are patrol cars black and white, I wonder? I mean, not that it matters, but I've never thought about it. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this space? If you do, call 911. Dial 911 even. Same thing. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. I always get excited when I came to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. The family wouldn't want to set it home. It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. Okay, that's cute. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. But also, who actually has a cookie jar? The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Oh, I love Phoenix. So, can we go in? At God? I have a cookie jar that looks like the TARDIS from Doctor Who. Oh my god, I used to have a mug, that was a TARDIS. I mean, I can respect having a cookie jar. I just feel like I never see cookie jars, you know? Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in the pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Still waiting for him to cut his face like that. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me? I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. God damn it! Well, should we show this hopeless case something to... Or should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Sir? There's something I wanted to ask you. He's gonna say the same thing. Okay, I see. He really is just asleep. Noted. Sir? Let me look around, buddy. That's the wrong button. Please hold. Take two. Let me look around. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It is not, sir. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Was this man just not paying attention? Huh? Look, where it should say introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter has been crumpled and discarded. Oh. So... Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was the detective, right? Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy right there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. Where am I? I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Lovely. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Okay, calm down, McCree. I don't mean any offense, but, Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. I imagine they shoot you for a lot of things in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth. That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle's run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. What's happening? 5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steed came in, like, at a trot, real slow-like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Okay, that's the same. What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. Help. What is this, evidence for ants? God, what difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Emma, I would not take that note. I somehow don't think that was, a thing necessary. Oh wait, no, that's the one I already showed him. Yeah. Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Okay. Okay, I guess that's everything. Edgeworth is gone, question mark? Oh, now I can slide. Thank God. I knew there was a slide, I just couldn't- I was like, why can't I do it earlier? But I guess we can now. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would be suggested this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out. Right. Let's check it out. Oh, it's doing it itself. Would you not open the flip phone? This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Poor Phoenix! Oh god, it's funny. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Nice. A jam. Hey, that song. I know that. Dude, she straight up was just like, okay, boomer, and Phoenix is like, I'm a millennial. Cries. Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't ya? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. What? It's my sister's? Emma, how do you not know your sister's phone? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who'd she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that. Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. Did she call Phoenix? What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. Damn it, Phoenix. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Again, they probably shoot you for other things, too. Monk ass. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Okay, but Phoenix? Did you just lie? Phoenix, what just happened? Phoenix? Phoenix, I need to talk to you, my good man. Whomstiff? There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. I have a feeling it is in fact something. But okay. Let's continue our investigation, shall we? E-block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the lunch lane car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Cannibalism. Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Okay, but question. Part of me is like, Did she... Okay. I mean, obviously I don't think she was the one that did, you know, is the killer because we're defending her. But did the killer use Edgeworth's car here, or was the body already in Edgeworth's car and was driven to this, like, without him knowing? These are the things that I wonder. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock in the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. You are on a good track with that thought? My brain! It's working! Also, I am disappointed in you, Edgeworth. This is not maroon colored. What are you doing with your life, bud? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 675 12-2. That's an S, never mind. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Damn! I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. That's really funny. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. She's just brutal! My lord. Okay. Oops. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yes, Bambino. Bambino. Bleh. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? If they were... I'm going to judge her so freaking hard if she dated this man! I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, something's up to something here, but whom? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? I hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Bring the cat jams back, let's go! It's so good. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was... Oh, she was... Wait, so she was calling her? Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot. Freaking... animated emotes are out now, huh? Wait. Oh, apparently the chat bot does not know how to deal with those yet. That's funny. Chat bot is like, who? What is that? At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Oh, trust me, Phoenix. I'm pretty sure we don't. Boop, boop. Making some progress, though. Let the trial begin. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of, gray areas. That's what we're calling them. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. I mean, she's not wrong. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. Who are you protecting, ma'am? What is happening here? Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is... you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. I know, it's kinda sad! No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Dude, that's slightly sad! Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. I mean, we have Emma, but it's just not the same. Court is now in session. Sup, Judge? Edgeworth? It's been a while since we've seen you as a prosecutor. Feels right, honestly. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceeding today, Mr. Wright. Bold of you to assume that, Edgeworth. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Oh god, I forgot that was her name! Phoenix! Phoenix, no! Phoenix, no! Let's not bring that back. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge has really wolfed it down. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? Oh my god. It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled... What? That sounds disgusting! Ew! Name. Profession. Now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. I love Judge. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. I love how caviar is presented as something weird and special, but pickled tapioca not. I don't even want to think about pickled tapioca! That sounds so cursed! I don't like that one bit! Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Same! Miss Starr was a detective? Aha! I know who you are. Cough Up? Cough Up Queen, Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Just, who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for the visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? Oh no. Here we go! Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Kinda stuttered on that. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I don't know, ma'am. Were you the killer? We'll find out. I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Oh, God. Time to press everything! How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Okay, yeah, that checks out. I had a feeling. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. So I'm guessing that this is gonna be a whole... Angel wanted to frame the chief prosecutor because Edgeworth probably had the chief get rid of Angel at some point to help with one of his cases. And that's why she got fired and she's bitter and wants her job back. That's what my brain is going with right now. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. Multiple boyfriends. You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Damn! The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks! Note to self. The judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. And that would be the room with the security sign that we weren't able to go into yet, but I have a feeling we might be at some point. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder. It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you would get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Me and Judge, just same brain cell right there. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard yellowed and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match! In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Alright. Love how Bruce is just an average anime background character in a hat and suit. I know, right? Like, he might as well not even have a name. Poor guy. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Although I won't lie, like, hold on. His outfit, he kinda, I mean, I know it's like very, you know, a very normal outfit for the job. But my brain just thinks of Inspector Gadget when I look at this picture. I mean, obviously the color is wrong, but you know what I mean. It's just where my brain goes. Right? This poor man. He is just, I bet he was, okay, listen. Poor Bruce, he knew how unimportant he was in life, so he tried to make himself look cooler by dressing up as Miss Inspector Gadget. Then you know what happened to him? He freaking died. It wasn't worth it, Bruce! It wasn't worth it, man! Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. I accept this as canon. I'm glad I contributed. You're welcome, Ace Attorney fandom. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant. I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring! I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. He tried to become the anime protagonist, but just turned into the victim plot device. Bro, you freaking hate to see it. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. That's not weird. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo added to the court record. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Atlanta Sky. What was the defendant doing at that time? Probably finding the body. Did I press this one, or was it the one before? Tell me more about the knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, right, okay, shoot, I did this one. Oh god, is this gonna do the whole thing? Wait. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person? Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before! Anything else? Scientifically speaking, the star's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. But what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that! Okay. Well, I should have paid better attention. I think I got distracted by Inspector Gadget, I won't lie to you. Let's see, what are we working with here? I went too fast. Oh god. My thought with this, I'm not sure what we do with this photo yet, because I feel like it's a very strange, you know, like, it's a photo of the crime, but I feel like if she took a photo of the crime, should she not have taken a photo of her stabbing him? Would that not have been helpful? I mean, you know, theoretically. You would think that would be what she would have taken the picture of. She thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. God. have to press her again, because I don't quite recall. Assuming what she says is true, you'd have to account for the fact that she didn't expect the stabbing and reacted after that, I suppose. But she claims to have sensed something! Certain it was her. God, I actually don't know what to start this with. I mean, unless we go with the... I mean... God, yeah. I mean, we could say she was... You don't know she was holding the knife because of no prints, but like in the picture you can clearly see gloves, so I don't know. That might be a bit of a stretch. God. I don't know where the heck to start with this shit. For literally the very first part of the trial, not starting off too hot on my end. I was doing better till I actually got here. Now I'm just like, You know what? I'll just freaking... I'll save and accept my fate. That I'm bad. That's my fate, by the way. Sure. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It sure doesn't! Yep, I tried. I mean, listen, I was hoping for the... whatever. The hole in her right hand. Oh god, I didn't mean to press that, but okay. Talking about Mr. Edgeworth again, I guess. I still don't know what that means. Man, I genuinely do not know what I am supposed to do right here. Like... This is so sad, but I'm not seeing anything that helps me. I don't know. No, I was on the right track with the thought about the knife? The knife is not the piece to present. Okay. So by these hints, I'm guessing it's either this or this. It's probably something where the knife is involved, question mark? In that case... Right, can I check this? Chest wound. Wait. It's a 4.5-inch knife. Is it gonna be... Oh, Edgeworth's knife is too small. There's probably a terrible joke in there. I'm sorry. Okay. I see now. Well, now that we know... Objection! Wait, did I just do the wrong thing? Please hold. Did I really just? I sure did. You know, I deserve that. I'm sorry about your small knife, Edgeworth. My bad. Try again. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to— Where the heck do we talk— When are we talking about this knife? Hello? God damn it! What do you want from me, game? I don't understand! Clearly Edgeworth's knife isn't the murder weapon! Oh. I'm crying. You know what? Just for good measure, just freaking end it. When you get a new piece of evidence, that's usually pretty relevant. If you say so, I'm just gonna let myself die. This'll just be the ultimate case of me having no HP for this entire trial. It's fine. I hate my life. And you witnessed this. I said this! And you were like, you'd have to account for the fact that she didn't expect the stabbing and reacted after that! You put me on the wrong track! God damn it! You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. I could care less. Salmon sucks. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at this graph. Yep, it sure is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is she not holding a knife? Because I don't know! Because Mips was like, assuming that you're saying is true! I have to account that she didn't expect it! You know better than to trust me! Bro, we've been here for like 15 minutes! God. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Sure, streamer, just blame chat. Jeff, I swear! That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. So mad. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Angel! How are you? Where have you been lately? What's up? Also, welcome, because we mentioned this last time, but Angel, get ready to meet Angel. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I personally hate her. Isn't that just the way, CD? Clearly. This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Yeah, no shit, Edgeworth. Objection! I hate it here. And how can you tell that? Because she doesn't have a knife! Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Come on, Phoenix, you're not that dumb, buddy. Ah, yes. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. I take that to heart. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit here and take that kind of abuse? Yeah. Yes, I am. In game and out of game. You got a better idea? Wait, what? Objection, sure. I don't care anymore. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. That's what I said earlier! I'm so mad! I hate this! I'm so mad! I hate this game! Why? I'm never listening to chat ever again! Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. My faith in you guys has been shaken. Trust broken. Ace Attorney has ruined this family. That's it? Okay, fine. You know what, CD? You're right. You're fine. You did nothing wrong. Everyone else, faith shaken. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Yeah, you didn't have time to stop her, and you didn't have time to take a proper picture. Everything's fine. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Okay, Edgeworth, getting all up in the frame. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. I can't wait to die. God. I probably still will have to commit seppuku. I can't even. I'm so. I need to lay on the floor for a while. My life is in shambles. Everything has gone wrong. The rubber gloves prove it. Do they, though? What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Yes, you're right. I gotta commit Sudoku. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Or she put them on to mess with the crime scene. Maybe. I don't freaking know. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. Okay. So, we have to prove a way that it's not premeditated. My life is in shambles. She's probs innocent because her name is Angel? No! I don't trust Angel at all. Did we ever look at this? I don't think we did. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is the day, this is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up a couple extra red lights. Still pretty sure the body was already in there, but, you know, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show, you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. I mean, can we use the parking stub to prove that it wasn't planned? Because who would have known when Edgeworth would show up and that's where the car went? Probably not though, because God, I don't know anymore. Impossible does not exist. You know, we're just gonna save the game and accept defeat. Probably. That was not the right button. Oops. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. Yes, you're right. Uh-huh. Yep, it sure was premeditated, probably. I don't think this would be the case, but I'm gonna just do it anyways, because, I mean, let's be honest, we'll get a game over anyway. But just because of the dialogue makes me, kind of want to do it? I don't know. Lord help me. Yep, that wasn't right. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly, contradicts the, I thought... You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. Yep, that seems right. Goodbye. Yeah. I accept my defeat. We're gonna be here for a while, because everything has been ruined and tarnished. Wait, why did she just suddenly show up? Shouldn't she be there, like, the whole time? This is unfortunate. Well. What this means. Two, 6, 7S. No idea. You can tell this case was written completely different than the other ones in this game. Because this is a real-life case. God. That little blue face thingy. Yo, leave him alone, man. He's trying his best. Although, I look forward to seeing if Blue Badger will actually become, like, something that we have to present, because that'd be kind of funny. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Well! For a split second, I was gonna be like, is that her coat or is that his coat? It'd be kinda weird, but I assume that's probably just her coat. She probably just got, I don't know. Sure. Autopsy, maybe? I don't know. Nope. That's not the one, then. Yeah, and I'm not very convinced about anything anymore. Man, this is just terrible. I look forward to figuring out what this means. So the call was at 5:18. Cause of death was between 4 and 5:30. She called at 5:18. We don't actually have a time. Oh, we do. Edgeworth's car. Edgeworth arrived at 5:12. And that would mean that Angel was there. Presumably, maybe already, or around the same time. So, from what Angel says, I was not there, not you, the other Angel. What she is suggesting is that this all happened in a very, very close amount of time. My god. Because the car arrives, man gets stabbed immediately, and then she makes the phone call? Unless she called before, but... How about the knife? Really? It's the knife? Alright. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know? That's a knife. The knife. Ma'am, it is not the knife because it is too small. But I don't know how we're gonna come up with that right now. Probably not. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, your prosecutor's bad, people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. I mean, he got you there. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Let's not get carried away now, Emma. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory! Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. Damn. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing that the prosecution need prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Alright. Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive the human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Oh, well, that right there is the problem. Thanks for giving me an easy one. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, he just doesn't say anything! The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Actually, wait, why do you think she has a grudge? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? Is it humble pie? See, we agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree? What? I get it, that's why my lunch was so salty! This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. I almost said defective. Sorry. Sorry, Goodman, my bad, bro. Don't speak ill of the dead. I'm so sorry. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Uh-huh. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, right? Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's sigh smells like citrus fruit. How close are you? You say it again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people! Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Stars turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. No wonder. Wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax, and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Alright. I present to you the autopsy report. Get fricked. You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise! Ew. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk! He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed! Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Dear God, the red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. I just imagine Emma slinking over to the prosecutor's stand and her little bun poking up behind Edgeworth as she starts taking notes on him. Phoenix, am I a joke to you? Yes. Unfortunately. Sorry, Phoenix. That is everyone's response. I was gonna say, like, for now, but I feel like that's gonna be it the whole entire series. A red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. That's... what? She's right. Miss Sky was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib? That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife found, or knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Oh, she ain't gonna like that. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself. And you've proved it, oh yeah, with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chalk liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. That fake smile. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Seems fake. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. The next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Alright, what do we got now? After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to the side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but again, Angel Star, resistance is futile. But against. Excuse me. I can't read. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake! Same brain cell, Phoenix! Don't bother me with the details, unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. I think others are too, Emma, but sure. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rar? Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Hello? Okay. Let's just let us begin. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Leave her. No, we're gonna press. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... Yeah, I was gonna say she's over here. So you witnessed the murder from here. I'd make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing, the cough-up queen lunch lady athlete, indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Man, being in court seems like a long time. We have to be thorough, Angel. That's just how this is. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma. Okay. Chief prosecutor made... Let's see. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté at foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she just run the other way? The other... The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Sky tried to run? I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. I believe you. Okay, so we're back at the beginning, right? Well, I guess we save again. I mean... Wait, that right there doesn't make sense. I quickly caught up to her, explained to her rights, and arrested her on the spot. But then... she tried to escape and all this shit. I don't know. Is this the one? Can we discuss the chain link fence, ma'am? Maybe? Nope. Apparently not. The game says no. The game says yes. This lady did in fact climb a 9-foot fence. In probably heels. Honestly inspirational. I'll give her that. Alright, game. Take me back. Back to the drawing board. Bum, bum. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain-link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Okay, he got happy, so does this have to do with the redial? This apparently does not have to do with the nope, sure doesn't. Or, yep, sure doesn't. Cool. Damn, Phoenix. Why are you like this, bro? You got... Alright. We go again. Cries. Yeah, take me back again. What are you sneezing about down there? No one asked you. Okay. So... we'll go through this... again. Is there something I missed pressing, I wonder? Other than this? She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a doll boulevard, blah blah blah. Well... I am not understanding anything currently. This is fine. Something muffler. Man, literally all of the things that we pressed gave, like, extra information, but I had no idea which one's trying to lead where. Oh, man. Ace Attorney logic really be a whole type of thing. You have to do. I mean, I'm still like, I'm guessing it has something to do. It's got to be the phone, but like, heck if I know where. Nothing here is helpful. What if I say it's not the phone? Oh, good. Well, that is concerning. I mean, if it's not the phone...
Don't you know I'm trying to solve a stupid case? Don't you know? What?
I mean, that's fair, Miss Molly. It's not working very well. It's the blue figurine. Man, I sure hope that the cases in the other Ace Attorney trials make more sense. Because it's like, I swear, things are so interesting, but God! They can be so frustrating. Because the logic is just, I have no idea what's happening. Ever. Generally. Also, my dog has woken up. And apparently wants to fight. You're so cute. Oh, you're so vicious. Oh my god. Oh, terrified. Oh man. Oh, we got some belly rub with the foot going. Oh man. Man. Oh, this puppy. that was the wrong button. But I understand now. Listen, ma'am. Ma'am? Stop this. Stop this, you couldn't have seen, there's a partition. Ma'am. Ma'am! I didn't mean to talk to you again. Baby, leave my toes alone. Let's see. Maybe? There we go. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. Objection! The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? I can't speak. You, who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Wow, it's almost like that's what I said. However, I don't know, whenever we first met her? Or whenever she first told us she was a detective? Whenever that was? Like an hour ago or something? Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. Gotcha there. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Objection! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... where she saw it. Let's try this. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now is in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed this crime was... That's a concerning question, isn't it, chat? My brain says security room. Or, well, actually, no, I don't think my brain says that, because the one thing that makes me, like, I know that isn't that where her boyfriend is? Which would make sense for some of it, but not all of it. On account of, isn't the murder took place here, and also, isn't this where the what is it, the dumbbell, whatever, the thing she kicked? So, down here? Can I point down there? I think? I mean, it's highly likely that's where she was. You think? It's highly likely. Yo, I don't think that's where she was, chap. Judging by this. Your cavalier attitude stands in stark contrast. Yep. Yeah, okay. Her being there wouldn't change a thing. Please, Mr. Wright, think before you speak. I don't know how to... Yeah, okay. This court sees no reason. Yeah. You should trust your brain more, seems fake. Well, this is awkward, cause I don't know where I'm gonna be, but probably far back, so that's a shame. I didn't get to save there. Well. Alright, at least we know how to get back. Cause ma'am, you sure didn't see.
Objection!
Excuse me while we just go through these objections again. Don't worry about it. You saw nothing. Just close your eyes. None of this is happening. Shh. Shh. Alright, let's just go with my initial gut feeling then. It was from the security room, because, you know, if she could see from there, then you know what? Security room cameras. Let's try it. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room as the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. Oh, she would have been able to see over it as well. That's why. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Order, order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. The photograph tells it was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. Okay, but Edgeworth, if she says that she took the photo, that places her in a whole ass other direction than the security room. I'm just saying.
Objection!
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Excuse me while I just... Angle of view, maybe? That would explain the camera? I don't freaking know. Why the angle at which she saw the crime would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, She would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? It is apparently not important. But that's okay. Because we can just go back. Pretend that didn't happen. The distance? I don't... Sure. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans is quite clear. It's the same distance. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection!
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Those look like rubber bands. The quality of my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend? He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Are you telling me she runs all the way, and that's how she gets the picture, and then she still scales the freaking... Oh my god, that's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes?! This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. Yeah, you have photographic evidence of her not stabbing him. Yeah. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. Yeah, that checks out. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Yo, does anyone actually own sporks? Just wondering. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I'm gonna try. I don't know what. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Escape. Well, guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone! But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. She keeps losing her lunch at this questioning. Jeff. We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. That was horrible. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, the court is adjourned. Who? You? Did you? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the— Oh god, she's giving him the squid wheels too. Did she just— She did this! That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunch boxes? Losing her lunch. Yes, she is the cough-up queen after all. I hate this. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness' determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? No more rain, Pog! I hope you can get, like, a nice breeze of some sort. My god. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Yeah, maybe. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? Do you just have the victim's shoe? What kind of Cinderella bullshit is this? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously. As you've mentioned many times, actually. This shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was proved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Not... Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. God, look at his eyes! You could at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Well! Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it. But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Well, let's just get this over with. Okay, I am curious now. How much longer is this trial? Like, are we gonna have to take a break and do more investigating, or is this shorter than the other cases? And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. Oh, it is very long? Okay. This shoe is my secret weapon, if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch boxes, gentlemen. Yo, does it carry a knife? Just wondering. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now, tell us what you did next. So you brought it from the forensic department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. I can read, maybe. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie. Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. They said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. What are... peppered fish guts? Ugh. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yeah, there's a problem. Probably. I'm not imagining things. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. Not gonna lie, this case kind of drags on. So it'll probably be a couple more streams then, I'm guessing. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Dude, that looks so gross. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. At least 2 more? Damn, okay. I'm gonna go with this. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be blood on the bottom of... Wait, what? It'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Ma'am? Hello? Are you threatening me right now? In court? Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the shoe? Well, I mean, there's no blood on the ground, but I don't know if that counts. Okay, it doesn't show anything there, so I'm gonna try to go with the picture, I guess. Shame that I can't save! Well... The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. We would have seen them at the scene of the crime! And where were they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness? What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Because he came in the car! From somewhere else. From the police station, I guess. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright. Think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Edgeworth, have you figured out that the body was in your car for longer than what you thought? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. No, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Roar. I hate it. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness. Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Oh. Okay. What does that mean? I don't know, Phoenix. What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason. Aha! You don't mean. Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes ties her quite clearly to this murder. Okay, again. She did this after the photo was taken. So, whatever. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecutor's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well. Oh my god. She's about to be that petty, huh? I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Objection!
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough up, queen. Look at this! A photograph? I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see. No room for evidence in this. No room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt, take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. Angel, I don't think freaking rules apply in Phoenix, right? This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
There it is. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can't wait. No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this graph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. Are you saying I can't use Ace Attorney as experiences in my curriculum? Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it'll pass. I don't think it'll, you know, fly with any of your teachers. Sorry to say. I suppose, since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. I mean... Heck if I know. Shoe. Water. wish I would have had a moment to save. Because this is going to turn out to be very unfortunate. Let me tell you. The car hole. You mean this? I mean... Wait, is that what the note is, I wonder? Take that! Sure. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car. Oh, hey! It's the muffler! That's what she was talking about! Wow! Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I can see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Objection! Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. Because her last words were muffler. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Bro, I think we got the KO. I think she's dead. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew! That was close.
Hey, baby, don't worry. Almost done.
But we made it, at least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? I respect it. To be continued. Well, there we go, chat. We had a terrible start that put me in a horrible position, but we made it out. But, with that, I think that's a good place to end. Because we can pick up here next time. Oh, don't look sad! Don't look sad right now! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't! No! No! Stop it! Stop! There we go. Now we can't see her being sad anymore.
Hi, baby.
This was kinda stupid. I mean... It was just... The start of it was just... We got ourselves into a mess. And I just, you know... I like to believe that next stream I'll hopefully have full health again. and maybe it'll go better. I'm still curious if she actually ends up being the killer or not. And the whole, like, the body was actually murdered somewhere else, and then, you know, Edgeworth drove the body to there, and then she found it that way. Or how it worked, who knows. I'm still sus of that whole shenanigans. Good timing, you just took your meds, they should make you sleepy. Hey! Very good. But yeah, I have a very cute little puppy who, I think probably needs to go pee-pee and would probably also like attention. So I think this kind of worked out all in all. But, yeah. God. I appreciate y'all hanging out listening to me flounder through this damn game. Sorry for misleading you. It's okay. We got there in the end. It was bad, but we got there. So, you know, it'll be fine. Like I said, hopefully we'll start next week with full... Hopefully we'll be okay and we'll have full HP again. I can pray. If not, I'll try to remember to save. Because, man, that turned into a mess. But, yeah. Hopefully, God, I hope this week is a bit better in the work department, so, that maybe we can get a couple more streams in. But if not, Saturday and Sunday, we'll be doing more Phoenix Wright. And, yeah. Hopefully we will get to wrap this up soon, so we can actually stumble back into Yakuza again, because I miss Kiryu. And, boy, I sure don't know anything that's happening in that game anymore, but that'll be just part of the fun. You can have several saves. Sam and I used, like, 2 or 3 for one case. See, that's what smart people do. But come on now, you've been here long enough. You know me. When have I ever had several saves? I always use one save slot, because I have a problem. What is multiple save files? Who does that? What are those? Can't relate. But anyways, my tiny puppo is growling at me. She's very cute. So I'm gonna go. Thanks for hanging out, and I will catch y'all later. Have a good time with Miss Molly? I will. Later, nerds.